Booming Thunder Radio, where we groove as the spirit moves. Yeah. Drawing the honey from the rock with the righteous Reverend Doctor on Booming Thunder Radio.
Welcome to the fourth watch, mighty friends. I'm Brother TC coming at you live from the swamp that the Golden Eagle has been with a keen eye and a pure heart. Mighty Yahovah, in the everlasting glory of his Son, like the hind on the run, moving like a gazelle across the earth, witnessing every circumcision. Calling forth is by the dyeing of the Lamb's skin, by the blood of Yeshua, Yahushua HaMashiach, the Messiah, our Sabbath day King, that insulator of the light, that expels all darkness from within the heavens in your heart, in each of our hearts. Have you built heaven or hell upon the earth in your heart? Have you brought forth innocence in your children all their days? Or have you corrupted their hearts unimaginable? Therefore, thus says mighty Yahovah, if you return, to the truth, the spirit of truth, mighty Yahovah will restore you. Before Yeshua, you must stand with the Word. And if you extract the preciousness from the worthlessness, you will become anointed with the spirit of truth, and speak with honey dripping from your lips. They, for their part, may turn to each of us that have fallen and have lost their way. But as for you, spotless Lamb, you must not turn to them. You must train yourself up to stand, having done all to stand in the wicked day. Then Yeshua, he will make you a spokesman to the people, a fortified wall of brass. And though they fight against each of us, Yea, the U's and the I's, the mystery unseen and not understood. Yea, for the illumination of their wickedness has blinded their hearts and minds. They will never prevail over you, spotless one. For Yahushua HaMashiach is in your heart and will save you always from their wickedness if you abide in the Word and live, yea, according to the promise. You, spotless ones, will be delivered, yea, declares mighty Yahovah. You only have to believe the size of a mustard seed for the hope of glory to come in mighty Yahovah's perfect time. So Yahushua HaMashiach, the Spirit of truth, he will deliver you from the hand of the wicked, and he will redeem you from the grasp of the violent. Yea, he is faithful and true, and will reveal the unknowable Father. Yea, when the Father says it is time. The word of mighty Yahovah also came to me, saying these words: You shall not take a wife for yourself, nor have sons or daughters in this place. Yea, what place is this? Yea, this is the heavenly place where the angels and God resides, where there is no male or female. Yea, in the functioning of a carnal mind, only the everlasting glory in their hearts, two as one with the wise master builder Yahushua HaMashiach, revealing himself in the Word each day. Yea, each fourth watch he comes to hold each of our hands and let us walk upon the living water with him. For thus says mighty Yahovah concerning the sons and daughters born in this place, in the heavens upon the earth, and concerning their mothers who bear them, yea, like whores of mystery Babylon, and their fathers who begot them in this land, yea, like the 200 that were cast down for their wickedness. Yea, for their evil teaching into, yea, the women that became harlots, for a spirit other than the truth, and they began to fill themselves with all types of abominations. For when you love not the one true God, and have not the love of the truth in your heart, mystery Babylon, yea, steals and destroys you continually. It's only by the merciful Father's hand in the living Word that lives forever this world, yea, this world will pass away, but the word of truth in a man's heart, it will never pass away. They will die of deadly diseases. They will not be lamented or buried. They will be as dung on the surface of the ground, and come to an end by sword and famine. And their carcasses will become food for the birds of the sky and for the beasts of the earth. For thus says mighty Yahovah, do not enter a house of mourning, or go to lament, or to console them. Yea, for Yahovah has withdrawn his peace from this people, declares mighty Yahovah himself. The loving kindnesses and compassion both great men and small will die in this land. They will not be buried. They will not be lamented, nor will anyone gash himself or shave his head for them. Men will not break bread in mourning for them, to comfort anyone for the dead, nor give them a cup of consolation, to drink for anyone's father or mother. Moreover, you shall not go into a house of feasting to sit with them to eat and drink. Yea, and on the second day, mighty Yahovah divided the light from the darkness. For thus says mighty Yahovah of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I am going to eliminate from this place, before your eyes and in your time, the voice of rejoicing and the voice of gladness, the voice of the groom, and the voice of the bride. Now, when you tell this people all these words, they will say to you, for what reason has mighty Yahovah declared all this great calamity against us? And what is our iniquity, or what is our sin, which we have committed against mighty Yahovah our God? Then you are to say to them, because your forefathers have forsaken the God of Israel, declares mighty Yahovah, and have followed other gods, and served them, and bowed down to them. But mighty Yahovah they have forsaken, and have not kept Yahovah's law. You too have done evil, even more than your forefathers. For behold, you are each one walking according to the stubbornness of his own evil heart, without listening to mighty Yahovah. The whole world has seen it. So mighty Yahovah will hurl you out of this land into the land which you have not known. neither you nor your fathers, and there you will serve other gods day and night, for mighty Yahweh will grant you no favor. Therefore, behold, days are coming, declares mighty Yahweh, when it will no longer be said, as mighty Yahweh lives, who brought up the sons of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but as Yahweh lives, who brought up the sons of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the countries where he had banished them. For Yahweh will restore them to their own land, which he gave to their fathers. Behold, Yahweh is going to send for many fishermen, and they will fish for them. Yea, hanging honeypots for their hive minds and their fly-sticking nature. And afterwards, Yahweh will send for many hunters. Yea, and they will hunt. Yea, they will hunt them from every mountain and every hill, and from the clefts of the rocks. Amos 4:2 for the faithful witness. For our eyes are on all their ways. They are not hidden from mighty Yahweh's face, nor is their iniquity concealed from Yahweh's eyes. Yea, Yahweh will first doubly repay their iniquity and their sin, because they have polluted the land of promise. They have filled the inheritance of our fathers' gift with the carcasses of their detestable idols and with their abominations. Yea, mystery Babylon. Yea. Almighty Yahweh, my strength and my stronghold. Yea, and my refuge in the day of distress. To you the nations will come from the ends of the earth and say, our fathers have inherited nothing but falsehood, futility, and things of no profit. Can man make gods for himself? Yet they are not gods. Therefore, behold, Yahweh is going to make them know. This time Yahweh will make them know for certain his power and his might. And they shall know that his name is Yahweh, the God over all. The sin of Yehuda is written down with an iron stylus. With a diamond point, it is engraved upon the tablet of their heart. And on the horns and the the hollow places of their altars. As they remember their children, yea, so they remember their altars and their asherim by green trees on the high posts, seen and unseen on the hills. O mountain of mine in the countryside, I will give over your wealth and all your treasures for booty, your high places for sin throughout your borders, and you will, even of yourself, let go of your inheritance that I gave you, and I will make you serve your enemies in the land which you do not know. For you have kindled a fire in Jehovah's anger, which will burn forever. Thus says Jehovah, cursed is the man who trusts in mankind and makes flesh his strength, and whose heart turns away from my Jehovah. For he will be like a bush in the desert, and will not see when prosperity comes, but will live in stony wastes in the wildernesses, a land of salt without inhabitant. Blessed is the man who trusts in Jehovah, and whose trust is Jehovah. For he will be like a tree planted by the water, that extends its roots by a stream, and will not fear when the heat comes, but its leaves will be green, and it will not be anxious in a year of drought, nor cease to yield fruit. The heart, do you hear? The heart is more deceitful than all else, and is desperately sick. Who can understand it? Mighty Jehovah searches the heart. Yea, he tests the mind, even to give each man according to his ways, according to the results of his deeds. Psalms 62 and 12. The faithfulness of the witness. As a partridge that hatches eggs which it has not laid, so is he who makes a fortune, but unjustly. In the midst of his days, it will forsake him, and in the end, he will be a fool. Jeremiah 6:13, Luke 12 and 20, a double portion witness, that you shall not be confused with the righteous and the unrighteous man. Yea, even one who has a mustard seed and one who refuses it, for he is a stony place. A glorious throne on high from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary. O Yahovah, the hope of Israel, all who forsake you will be put to shame. Those who turn away on earth will be written down, because they have forsaken the fountain of living water, even Yahovah. Heal us, Yahovah, and we will be healed. Save us, and we will be saved, for you are our praise. Look, they keep saying to us, where is the word of Yahovah? Let it come now. But as for us, we have not hurried away from being a shepherd after you, mighty one. Nor have we longed for the woeful day. You yourself know that the utterance of our lips was in your presence. Do not be a terror to us. You are our refuge in the day of disaster. Psalm 88:15. Jeremiah 16 and 19 for a double portion on the day of disaster. A refuge for each of our children and our families we love. Yea, the overcomers upon the earth. Let those who persecute us be put to shame. But as for us, let us not be put to shame. Let them be dismayed, but let us not be dismayed. Bring on them a day of disaster, and crush them with twofold destruction. Jeremiah 1:17, Psalms 35 and 8. For the king, yea, the kingdom of priests, a spirit of truth in each heart. You know the Sabbath day must be kept. You know the light came not on the first day in the sun in the sky. The sun in your heart came the first day. Yea. Thus Yahovah said to us, go and stand in the public gate, through which the kings of Yehudah came in and out, as well as in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say to them, are you listening? Listen to the word of Yahovah, kings of Yehudah, and all inhabitants of Jerusalem, who come in through these gates. Thus says Yahovah, take heed for yourselves, and do not carry any load on the Sabbath day, or bring anything in through the gates of Jerusalem. Do you hear? You shall not bring a load out of your houses on the Sabbath day, nor do any work, but keep the Sabbath day holy, yea, as commanded, yea, by Yahovah to our forefathers. Exodus 16:23 through 29. Yeah, for those who just can't get enough. Yet They did not listen or incline their ears, but stiffened their necks. Yea, top and bottom, in order not to listen or take correction. Yea, their heads still swell even to this day. But it will come about if you listen attentively to us, declares Yahovah, to bring no load in through the gates of this city on the Sabbath day, but to keep the Sabbath day holy by doing no work on it. Then there will come in through the gates of the city kings and princes sitting on the throne of David, riding in chariots and on horses. They and their princes, the men of Yehuda and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and this city will be inhabited forever. They will come in from the cities of Yehuda and from the environs of Jerusalem, from the land of Benjamin, from the lowland, like the glade water, from the hill country, and from the Negev, bringing burnt offerings, sacrifices, grain offerings, and incense, and bringing sacrifices of thanksgiving to the house of my Yehovah. But if you do not listen to us to keep the Sabbath day holy by not carrying a load and coming in through the gates of Jerusalem on the Sabbath day, then Yahovah will kindle a fire in its gates, and it will devour the places of Jerusalem and not be quenched. Yea, mighty friends. Oh, the treasured clay vessel, yea, with the treasured sealed dome top, yea, that the living water cast upon it would keep the things holy inside. Yea, for the inside is clean as the water rushing like the wind on the outside. Yea, that the blueness of the mason's jar, full of mercury head dimes, shaken, not stirred. Yea, mighty Yahovah's word of truth in the hands of the righteous, yea, and their children, the gift freely given, yea, that the clanking cymbal would not be heard by the the rattling of the horns in the hollow of your mind. The word which came to Jeremiah from Yahovah, saying, Arise and go down to the potter's house, and there I will announce my words to you. Then I went down to the potter's house, and there he was, making something on the wheel. But the vessel that he was making of clay was spoiled in the hand of the potter. So he remade it into another vessel, as it pleased the potter to make. Then the word of Yahovah came to Jeremiah, saying, Can I not, O house of Israel, deal with you as this potter does? Declares Yahovah. Behold, like the clay in the potter's hand, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel. At one moment I might speak concerning a nation or concerning a kingdom to uproot, to pull down, or to destroy it. If that nation against which I have spoken turns from its evil, Yahovah will relent concerning the calamity which he planned to bring on it. Or at another moment, I might speak concerning a nation or concerning a kingdom to build up or to plant. If it does evil in my sight, yea, the sight of Yahovah, by not obeying Yahovah's voice in their heart, then Yahovah, the Spirit of truth, will come and think better of the good with which I had promised to bless it. Mighty Yahovah is faithful with his promises to bless. So now then, speak to the men of Yehuda and against the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, Thus says Yahovah, Behold, I am fashioning calamity against you and devising a plan against you. Do you hear? Oh, turn back, each of you, from your evil ways, and reform your ways and your deeds. But they will say, It's hopeless, for we are going to follow our own plans, and each of us will act according to the stubbornness of his evil heart. Deuteronomy 29:19 for the faithful witness, for all the hard, swollen heads in Jerusalem. Therefore, thus says Yahovah, ask now among the nations, who ever heard the like of this? The Virgin of Israel has done a most appalling thing. Does the snow of Lebanon forsake the rock of the open country? Or is is the cold flowing water from a foreign land ever snatched away. Yeah, for Yahovah's people, yeah, have forgotten him. They burn incense to worthless gods, and they have stumbled from their ways, from the ancient paths, to walk in byways and bypaths, not on a highway, but on the byway, to make their land a desolation, an object of perpetual hissing. Everyone who passes by it will be astonished and shake his head. Like an east wind, Yahovah will scatter them before the enemy. I will show them my back and not my face in the day of their calamity. Then they said, "Come and let us devise plans against Jeremiah. Surely the law is not going to be lost to the priest, nor counsel to the sage, nor the divine word to the prophet. But come on, and let us strike at him with our tongue, and let us give no heed to any of his words." Jeremiah 11:19, Psalms 52:2 for the faithful. Kingdom of priests upon the earth, yea, of right understanding, not these charlatans. Do give heed to my Yahovah, and listen to what our opponents are saying. Should good be repaid with evil? For they have dug a pit for us. Remember how we stood before you. Yea, remember Yeshua's Spirit of truth moving in and out, whispering words. Yea, beckoning you to the word of truth, to speak good on their behalf, so as to turn away your wrath from them. Therefore give their children over to famine, and deliver them up to the power of the sword, and let their wives become childless and widowed. Let their men also be smitten to death, their young men struck down with the sword in battle. May an outcry be heard from their houses when you suddenly bring raiders upon them, for they have dug a pit to capture us, and hidden snares for our feet. Yet you, mighty Yahovah, know all their deadly designs against us. Thank you, Father, for your Spirit of truth in our hearts. Do not forgive their iniquity, Father, or blot out their sin from your sight. But may they be overthrown before you, yea, before each of us. Yea, deal with them in the time of your anger. Yea, at the jar. Yea, the potter made, filled with water, with just the word it could be the new wine. Yea, the rod of iron, yea, we break their jaw. They spill their evil back into the abyss